Hello everybody, Anti-Hero Star here, welcoming you back to Magic Duels. In the last episode, we finished off the Black story arc, and in this episode, we're going to take on the Red story arc with Chandra and Alar and learn how to use Red. So we're going to go into the first match here, and see what we can learn about Red. So, Red is mostly about like quick cards coming out really fast, damaging your enemy as much as you can with instances and sorceries. So it basically, if you want to mostly try to finish the match really fast, that's what you want to do with Red. So we got 3 land, we got 2 young pyromancers, which if you cast an instance or sorcery summons a 1/1 token creature. We got Fiery Impulse that deals 2 damage to target creature, and Ravaging Blaze that deals X damage to creature. This is actually a decent hand. I'm gonna keep. So I'm gonna play Mountain and see what we can do with it. Alright, so he's playing red as well, which is okay. Alright, so we got another Mountain. We can summon our young Pyromancer out now. And see what he summons. So since Fiery Impulse does 2 damage to target creature, we want to wait until he has a creature on his field before playing it. So we're going to summon our other young Pyromancer. And Ravaging Blaze is a really good card. This is a good end card because Spell Mastery, if there are 2 or more instances and or sorcery cards in your graveyard, Ravaging Blaze also does X damage to that creature's controller. So really good end card, especially if you have lots of instances and sorceries in your graveyard, because not only do you deal X damage to that creature, but you also deal X damage to that player as well. So that is really nice. So he is summoning a 1/3 creature, which summons a Thopter artifact onto the field. And artifact creatures have haste. Ooh, that's actually kind of bad. But I'm going to Fiery Impulse his Thopter before he can play anything. Well, before he can attack. So I get 2 tokens onto the battlefield because young Pyromancer, each one summons a token whenever it comes onto the field. So I'm actually going to play my Fire Fiend Elemental. So it has haste, and what haste does, I don't know if I went over it with it already, but haste means that it can attack the same turn it was summoned. And with Renowned 1, if we are able to deal damage to him, he'll gain a +1/+1. So I'm going to attack with my tokens and my haste creature. Kind of surprised he's not blocking my haste. Then again, he probably doesn't want to lose his creature. So he gave my Fiery Elemental a 1/1. So that's nice. So we got a 4/3 now, which is really nice. So he's not doing anything. Scrapyard Mongrel. As long as he controls an artifact, his Mongrel gets +2/+0 and trample. So it's a good thing we destroyed that Thopter, otherwise he would have had a 5/3 with trample as soon as he played it. So we could Ravaging Blaze it, which you know what, I think I will do that. I'm gonna Ravaging Blaze it for 3, and since I'm playing another instance or sorcery, I get 2 more tokens. So that's really nice. I'm gonna attack with my. I'm gonna skip attack because I want to see if he's gonna attack first. Otherwise, I'm going to wait. So he's summoning a creature that has flying as long as he controls an artifact. So yeah, I don't know if I went over artifacts yet, but artifacts are like colorless cards that can go into almost any deck. Well, they can go into any deck, and some decks actually play off of that ability. So I'm actually going to swing with my creatures. He's probably going to block my 4/3, but I don't care. Oh, and he kindly Fury. Target creature gets +1/+0 and first strike until end of turn. So he's probably going to equip that to his blue creature. Yeah. Okay, I couldn't see where the arrow was, so. Alright, so I was hoping I could kill off one of his creatures, but oh well. He's down to 12 damage already. So he's swinging for 3. I'm gonna skip block and just let it go through. So 3 damage isn't that much. And he's summoning a haste creature. I don't know why he didn't play it earlier. Whenever it enters the battlefield, it deals damage to target creature equal to the number of artifacts you control. So luckily he doesn't control any artifacts, so we don't take any damage. And is it to target creature? Yeah, to target creature, not all creatures. So my young pyromancer is going to get 0 damage. So I'm getting more land than I want. So I'm going to skip attack. I'm not getting the land well, I got enough land. I want more burn cards. So I'm just gonna block with my 2 elementals because I can. That's kind of why I played them, to use as chump blockers. So that's good. And then he's summoning a Sellsword Brew, which when it dies, it deals 2 damage to its controller. So that's kind of good. We want to kill that as soon as we can. And another land. You know, I'm getting kind of worried here. If we keep getting mana flooded, I don't think we could win, actually. So I'm going to sacrifice one of my pyromancers to block his Spellstorm Brute because he's going to take 2 damage when he dies. So, and I'll just let the other 4 damage come through, hoping for a burn spell. That's what I'm hoping for. And so he takes 2 damage. And what do I get? Ooh, Fiery Impulse. Deals 3 damage since it has Spell Mastery. So I'm going to do 3 damage to this 2/3, his blue one, because with his blue one, whenever he controls an artifact, he gains flying, and I don't like flying. I'm gonna skip attack. And I'm hoping for a good card next turn. So he's gonna attack. But I'm gonna sacrifice my elemental to block. No, I'm kinda regretting taking that hand because it was a decent hand to start off with, but it doesn't really. Right now, I got a lot of mana and nothing to use it with. So with red, you don't really need that much mana. So if I still had the what card was it? If I still had Ravaging Blaze, it would have been good. But since I don't, I'm gonna sacrifice one of my pyromancers. Because with Ravaging Blaze, I could have dealt 7 damage to one of his creatures, and and Spell Mastery would have done 7 damage to him. But we got Chandra's Fury, which is a really good card. Deals 4 damage to target player and 1 damage to each creature that player controls. So we could actually kill this off next turn if we want to sacrifice our young Pyromancer. I'm gonna see what he does first. So I'm gonna skip attack and see what he does. Because if he summons another creature, yeah, okay, that might be a little dangerous, but because I'll be leaving myself wide open. So he's going to attack. So I'm going to block. Confirm block, and then I'm going to play Chandra's Fury on him. So I get an elemental. So I sacrifice my Pyromancer to kill him. At least I have an elemental to block it with. Ooh, fire elemental 5/4. That is really kind of what I was hoping for. So I'm gonna skip attack. And wow, that was actually a lucky draw. Oh, Aspiring Aeronaut. When Aspiring Aeronaut enters the battlefield, 1/1 colors flop their. Oh god. So he has 2 flying nows. Sorry. He has 2 flying creatures now, one of which has haste, which is kinda bad. Okay. But let's see what I get. If I can get an Flames of the Firebrand. Flames of the Firebrand deals 3 damage divided amongst the damages divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures and or players. So I could actually kill off his flying creatures right now, which I might actually do. Actually, I'm gonna wait. Oh crap! No, I gotta. All right, whatever. I was gonna say, I thought it was an instance. I'm like, I'll wait to see what he blocks, how he blocks, and then deal damage that way. But actually, now since actually I could play that, deal 1 damage to him, his Thopter, deal 1 damage to that, and deal 1 damage to him. Killing off both of his creatures and dealing 1 damage to him. So I think that was the better play. So I'm actually kind of glad I did that, and good thing I did, because if he still had his Thopter out, that creature would have gained flying. So, what do we have? Fiery Impulse. Since Spellmaster deals 3 damage instead of 2, so I'm going to kill off his Tinkerer and swing for win. So I was getting a little nervous in that match, but I'm kind of glad I was able to beat it. Otherwise, that would not have gone well. So, alright. Ugh. God, voice crack. How many voice cracks did I have this episode? Anyways, so that's kind of how red plays. I kind of like playing red, like in real Magic. It's just you gotta get the good burn cards, otherwise it's not gonna be that great. So, so yeah. So that was the first match of red. So you gotta experience what red is a little bit. So if you like this episode, please comment, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, check out my Facebook and Twitter for updates on videos and whatnot. I've been Antihero Sora, and next time we're gonna do the second match of red. Thanks for watching.